It's your favorite math teacher's favorite math teacher. In a minute, I'm going to be showing you all how to solve quadratic equations with complex solutions. Class is in session. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you in advance. What's up, everybody? My name is Dana Harris with Young Gurus Math Tutoring, and I'm back again to drop some more math jewels. In this video, I'm solving quadratic equations with complex solutions. Complex solutions, if you're not familiar with what those are, check the video out on complex solutions or imaginary numbers. And what that means is that it just has an imaginary number as part of the solution. So I have the function 10x squared plus 16 equals 30. Now, it's not written in function notation, but it is quadratic. We know that because it has that x squared term. I just need to solve for x, right? So what I want to do is I want to take this, keep my equation balanced. So I want to solve this, subtract 16 because I need the constants on one side. So in this case, that's 0. I bring down my negative 10x squared. I bring down 30 minus 16, I believe, is 14. All right, so I have 10x squared equals 14. Now, I need to get x by itself. Divide by negative 10. Divide by negative 10. Boom. X squared equals, I'm going to go ahead and simplify this fraction. This is going to be 7 over negative 5. 10 divided by 2 is 5. 14 divided by 2 is 7. All right. Need to take the square root because the opposite of an exponent of 2 is the square root. So boom, take the square root of both sides. Now x equals, this is negative. And remember, whenever you have a negative number under the radical, we have to use an imaginary number. So we say plus or minus I times the square root of 7 over 5. Some people put the I next to it on the right side, but remember, just for a reminder, I is equal to the square root of negative 1, and I squared is equal to negative 1. All right, so that's how we got the I to get rid of that negative sign right there. Here's another example. A little bit more to this one. We've got x squared terms on both sides. The same thing, we need to get x by itself by combining like terms and using inverse operations. I like my variables on the left side because we read from left to right. But remember, there's not just one way to solve an equation. That's the beauty of it. Just use inverse operations to keep it balanced. So I want to move this 3x squared to the left side, right? Boom. All right, so now, boom, that gives you 0. Bring down my equal sign. Negative 8. Bring down the 56. And 7x squared minus 3x squared is 4x squared. Now I need to move this over there by inverse operations. So bring that down, that cancels. 4x squared is equal to negative 64. Get the x squared by itself, so let's get rid of this coefficient of 4. We know 4 divided by 4 is 1. We're left with x squared equals negative 16. That is going to be imaginary, but this 16 is a perfect square number. So we get actually x equals plus or minus 4i. All right. Have to keep the positive side and the negative side in these cases. Another one, like DJ Khaled. Solving for x still. I like my variables on the left, but let's do it different way. I'm gonna switch it up. I'm gonna take the variables to the right, or I'm gonna move a constant term first. It's up to you. Just use inverse operations. So I'm gonna take this x squared right here to the right. All right. Boom. That cancels. I bring down my negative 17 equals 13 minus 2x squared. I'm gonna take this 13 over on the other side. Boom. So that gives me negative 30 equals negative 2x squared. I need to get that x by itself. So divide by negative 2 first. Now I get positive 15 is equal to x squared. To get rid of that exponent, I take the square root. I have x, and that is the plus or minus the square root of 15. Now this last one's a little more intricate, but we're gonna solve it because I got the solution. Let's add 7 to both sides. Boom, and that cancels. We get negative 3x squared equals 4. All right, so I want to divide by negative 3 or negative tree. I haven't said tree in a while. Y'all can catch that one if you late to the party. X squared equals 4 over negative 3, right? But I need to take the square root of both sides. Now here, 4 is a perfect square number, right? So I still have plus or minus, but I have 2 over the square root of 3 times I. I could put the I on the left side. It doesn't matter. But we just make sure we keep that I. Now, I know typically somebody's thinking, well, you need to rationalize the denominator. In this case, we don't have to rationalize it simply because it is a 0 of this equation. Okay, so that's why we don't have to rationalize it. Now, if we were just simplifying this, then we would. Like if it was just solving that equation, then we would. But in this case, because if we solved the 0 representing the graph, right? The 0 where the graph touches the x-axis is going to be more accurate in this form. All right. So thank you so much for watching. Remember, share this with somebody, like, and make sure you subscribe. Young Gurus Math Tutoring. I got the solution to your math problems.